Most High with. He say, and he said unto her, for this saying go thy way. The devil is gone out of thy daughter. So he healed her daughter. And when she was come to her house, she found the devil gone out, and her daughter laid upon the bed. So that's what it is. But when you understand, how did he deal with this? Go to the same stories in Matthew the 15th chapter. And we'll start at verse 21. It says, then the Mashiach Yahushai went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, but we know that the woman was a Greek, so-called white woman, and cried unto him, saying, hold, have mercy on me, O Lord, O power, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. She's saying it here. There's an unclean spirit, a devil. But he answered her not a word. He ignored her. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cried after us. She was bothering us, because we didn't deal with other nations. So they sent her away because she was crying after us. But he answered and said, to comfort the disciples, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's clear. He let them know, regardless of whatever I do, I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him. Remember, she fell at his feet? So she fell at his feet and worshipped him, saying, Mashiach Yahushai, help me, begging him to help her. But he answered and said, it is not meet, it's not right to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. He just said he only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now he says it's not right to take the blessings of the children of Israel and to cast it to dogs. And she said, truth, Mashiach Yahushai, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. So what is she calling us? Hello? He that have ears to hear, let them hear. From their master's table. That's the power that she knew in knowing that we were the children of Israel, the chosen of the Most High, calling we the children of Israel her masters. Her masters. You wonder why he healed her daughter? She realized. That's why it says, going back to Mark 7:27, it says, but Mashiach Yahushai said unto her, Mark 7:27, let the children first be filled, for it is not meat which is right to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. And she answered and said unto him, yes, Mashiach Yahushai, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. Now who is he talking? What is he talking about? Matthew 15:24 again. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now the children are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now she said, then came she and worshipped him, verse 25, saying, Mashiach Yahushai, help me. But he answered and said, it is not meet, not right to take the children's bread, who he came to the earth for. He was sent here for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, who are the children of Israel. It's not right to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. Now, and she said, truth, Mashiach Yahushai, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. That's why I went back to Mark to show you that the masters that she's talking about are the children of Israel. So when you understand how she put herself in her position of where she should be in front of a Mashiach Yahushai, verse 28, then the Mashiach Yahushai answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, be it unto thee, even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Okay? So that's how much she believed in him. That was her faith. He call it dogs. He call them all dogs. D-O-G-S. It ain't no dog. It's dogs. Call them all dogs. That's why when we go back to Revelations 22 and 15, for without, that's without the gates, without the kingdom, are dogs. Don't get it twisted. Dogs. It's what we call the Gentiles, because of their profaneness and because of their homosexuality. That's what the Unger's Bible Dictionary defines it as. And sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. So now, when we understand, everybody know what Esau sold his birthright for, right? You understand that, Sister Rosie?
Yeah, for a red bowl of food.
Okay, now we gotta get it. You ain't say it. You don't know. If you knew it, then you would say it. You didn't say it, so we gotta make sure it's clear. That's all. You already made your. You said a bowl of soup. That's not what he sold his birthright
I didn't say a bowl of soup. I said pottage or something like that.
Okay, pottage. All right, whatever. I mean, you didn't say what. You didn't say what it was. You didn't say what it was. It's very important to say what it was. If you know, then you don't say that. You didn't say what it was. Genesis 25 and let's look at Genesis 25, and this is when Esau and Jacob were born. Getting right to the point, verse 29. And Jacob sighed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint, tired. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Edom means red. Okay? And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? That's the birthright of everlasting life. He would receive the first promise from Isaac of everlasting life. He said, what good is this? What profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore to him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Okay, then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. I don't understand why the church would be saying Jacob stole his birthright. He ain't steal his birthright. He just gave it to him because he wanted something to eat. Now, what did he want? What is this red pottage? What is this concerning? And that's why I asked the question. The question has to be answered according to the scripture, what's written, point blank. And it says in Hebrews 12 and 16. What is this red pottage that Esau sold his birthright for? Listen, Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator. Isn't that the ones that are going to be without the kingdom? Also, we read in Revelation 22nd chapter. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person. That's what they say in the Unger's Bible Dictionary concerning why we call them dogs. Because of their profaneness and because of homosexuality. Or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So that red meat, how do they like that meat? Red. Just put it on the stove, put it on the grill, chip. That's good enough. Turn it over, chip, and they eat it. They like it bloody. Clear indication who was talking about. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, we go on and on and on. You asked about a question concerning Amos.
Amos chapter 9, verse 12.
Now, these are people that love the enemy, right?
Teaching that Esau is going to be saved, and that, I'm like, if they're going to be saved, and then you thought that no other nation's going to have the Holy Spirit but Israel, I mean, they can't enter the kingdom. So, I'm kind of confused, and they like the
Okay, let's deal with English. You understand the English language? Everybody understand the English language, right? Con? Let's read it and deal with the English language, as it's been transcribed in English. It say that they. Let's read verse 11 first. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. I mean, he's going to gather the 12 tribes of Israel. He tells you it's in one stick. It says, and I will raise up his ruins, because we are ruined, and will build it as in the days of old. Do you understand King David? King David put all nations under subjection to who? Israel. Straight up. It says, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Going to be a remnant of Edom that's going to be left. And of all the heathen, which are called by my name. Called by my name, said the Most High that doeth this. This ain't happened. Now you tell me that Edom ain't called, and Edom don't say they ain't called by the name of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua and the disciples and the apostles and the children of Israel and everybody. All you do is take a Bible and open it up. They ain't called by the name of God, huh? Caesar Borgia, that ain't God. They don't say that that's Jesus Christ. That's a Mashiach Yahushua. Don't people call him God? Hello? You still there?
True, yeah, and yes, they do call themselves Jewish too, and that's what I was trying to say.
No, but look, you jumping all over the place. We ain't jumping over. That's what Esau do. We ain't doing that. We just dealing with question. Then we can go into another thing, because I'm dealing with this right now. Now you're going to the Jewish people. The Jewish people are Caucasian too. They're Caucasian too. They're Edom's grandson. So what's the difference? I mean, you still talking about the same people. Don't they say they're Israel? Don't they say they're the most? They deal with the Most High? Is they Most High? Is their power a black man with pure wool? Mashiach Yahushua feet like the fine brass that burn in the furnace? They promoting that? Where they at? I mean, where the masses of Edomites that's promoting the truth and righteousness? They ain't called by the name of the Most High? Let's find out. Let's go to Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Say, come down and sit in the dust, verse 1. O virgin, daughter of Babylon. We just read the daughter of Babylon represent who? Edom. In Psalms 137, 7 to 9. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Let me ask this question. Anyone else on the call have any more questions? Okay. It says, take the millstones and grind meal, unlock the locks, make bare the leg. I mean, they're going to be exposed, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. That means they're going to be exposed for everything that they have done. Say, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Thy nakedness, the wicked things that they have done shall be uncovered. I mean, they're going to be exposed to the things that they have done and doing. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I mean, come on. You don't see the shame of, I mean, come on. I just posted on my Facebook what they get ready to start teaching 5-year-old and 6 years old concerning sex and what's going on, what mommy and daddy is doing in sex, and how they're gonna bringing on 2 men and 2 women being together at 5 and 6 years old here in Los Angeles. Hey, could you press *6? Here in Los Angeles, in California, period. A boy that really is a girl from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade can go to school, don't have to tell his parents nothing. He could be a girl, go to girls' shower, bathroom, and wherever the girls go. A girl could do the same thing if she feel like she a boy. Change their name and all that. And you gotta respect that. This place is Sodom and Gomorrah. Say what?
Did you say they're gonna make that a law that they passed it, or is it?
No, this is already a law. What are you talking about? This started January 1st, 2014. In the school system. Straight up, it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, verse 3. Thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. Let you know he's coming in his angelic power. The angel, the power of the Most High. For as for our Redeemer, the Most High, wow, Mashiach Yahushai of hosts of armies is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Say, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Why does it say this? Because Babylon represents the Chaldeans, the Ethiopians. They were dealing with witchcraft, sorcery, all kind of high-level, demons and so forth. That's why he called them the daughter of Chaldeans. Called them first the daughter of Babylon, virgin daughter of Babylon, because they are mimicking the Chaldeans, the empire of the Babylonians. They say, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Say, I was wroth with my people. Who is his people? The children of Israel. I have polluted mine inheritance. He polluted us by giving us to the Gentiles. What? I gotta mute because all this stuff is going. I'm recording and you can't be quiet. Something wrong with you. You can't hear what I'm saying. You don't know how to be quiet. Dang.
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves. Presentation mode is on. Only organizers can be heard.
Isaiah 47 and 5. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Then you know Esau gonna have kingdoms. See, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancients, meaning the old, hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke upon the old people that are the Israelites. No benefits, period, as they get old. And thou said, I shall be a lady forever. This is what he's telling you, the mindset of them. And thou said, I will be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. They ain't laid these things to their mind. Neither did thou remember the latter end of it. They ain't remember what's going to happen in the future. But the elite know. That's why we read out of the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, that Esau, or the Edomites, are the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any mercy from the Most High. So they ain't lay these things to thy heart. Neither did thou remember the latter end of it. Verse 8, therefore hear now this. Most High said, you listen to this. Thou that art given to pleasures, that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So they say that they are I am. Last I read in Exodus 3:14, that's called by my name. That's what we're looking at. They're called by his name. They have called themselves the Most High. Exodus 3:14. And the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. So, last I read in John, the Spirit is moving today. Woo, going right to them pages with no marks. It says John 8, the 8th chapter. And we're going to read, they are called by the name of the Most High. They're called by the name of Mashiach Yahushua, and called as past tense. Understand this, because we don't own the possessions of Esau yet, or the Edomites yet. But they have been called, which is past tense, like what they're dealing with right now. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear. Listen what it says. I'm going to read verse 53 in John, the 8th chapter. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead? And the prophets are dead. Whom makest thou thyself? They asked him a question. Who do you make yourself? Mashiach Shai answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your power. Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say, I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you. So he called them a bunch of liars. But I know him and keep his sayings, meaning he keep his commandments. He keep his laws. Verse 56. Now they asked him, whom makest thou thyself? Verse 56. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. So Abraham been dead before Mashiach came here in the flesh. But he said Abraham rejoiced to see his day, and he saw it and was glad. He said, then said the Jews unto him, thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Mashiach said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Uh-oh. A lot of people get caught up on that, huh? He said, before Abraham was, I am. Now you know, he said, hey, Abraham rejoiced to see his day. He said, before Abraham was, I am. Then took they up stones to cast at him. But Mashiach hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. They wanted to kill him once he said he was the I am. Because see, most people don't put a Mashiach Yahushua in the volume of the book. He was there in the beginning. All of a sudden he disappeared. Where was he at in Exodus the 3rd chapter? He's right there, dealing with us. You forgot he was leading us in a fiery chariot in the wilderness by night, in a cloud, which is a chariot by day. Come on, it was him. So now, going back to Isaiah, because without a shadow of doubt, hopefully you can see that they're the ones that set themselves up to be I am. It just said it. They just said it. Caesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome, that so-called white image that they put up of the one that's supposed to be in his Bible, who was his feet like a fine brass of it burned in the furnace, very dark-skinned man, and his hair of wool, nappy hair. He got straight hair. Can't be true. And most of them will tell you in your face, when you confront them in your face, was Mashiach Yahushua a so-called white man? Is a white man coming from heaven to set up righteousness on this earth? They say no. They laugh. They laugh at just the thought of somebody asking them that. But they all say no. Only one said yes is a so-called black woman. I'll say that. So-called black woman, because I don't know who she is. One, that's the only answer I ever heard of anyone saying that. She could have been trying to be sarcastic or whatever. I don't know. I can't really say. But going back to where we're at in Isaiah, the 47th chapter, it says, verse 8, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in his heart, I am, and none else beside me. Can't deny that. Because that, you don't see no picture of no Japanese, no Chinese, no Arab, no African, no East Indian. None of these people have set up a picture to say that there I am. Whether the Most High or Mashiach Yahushua. All their movies, all the magazines, everything points to them. They don't want to say they're the power of this Bible. And that's a lie. That saith in his heart, in his mind, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. Meaning you're going to kill the men. You're going to kill the children and kill the men. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries. You know, you got all kind of palm readers, you know, psychics, all kind of witchcraft going on here. And for the great abundance of thine enchantments. That's what he's saying. Thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. They have trusted in thy wickedness. I mean, come on. When you look at it, who else is talking about? Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me. So yeah, you gonna tell me they ain't called by the day? They ain't saying that they the Most High? They ain't saying that they are Mashiach Yahushua? Look at the Ten Commandments. Look at all the movies. They just had the Son of God. I mean, all the movies point out to who? Point to who? The Passion. Where we fit in that? The real true children of Israel. Come on. Verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee, suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Let you know, we're going to destroy them. Stand now with thine enchantments. Now he's going to clown them. He's clowning them now. He says, stand now with your enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Let you know they always believed in this. That's why they the virgin daughter of Babylon. Going all the way back to witchcraft and all the things that the Ethiopians, who are the Cushites, the Babylonians, the Chaldeans, all these names pertaining to them. It says, with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If they gonna be able to help them, he says. If so be thou mayest prevail. See, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, he clowning. Let the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. See, let all these things that you believe in save you from the things that the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob going to bring upon them. Say, behold, they shall be as stubble. Uh-oh, that's a key. They're going to be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. Go back home. None shall save thee. None of the merchants going to save them. And that coincides, those verses coincide with Revelation the 18th chapter. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But they go together. Revelation 18 and Psalms, the 47th chapter. Revelation 18. It says, verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. America is fallen. Is fallen, has become the habitation of devils. Right here. Who's living here? A bunch of devils. Deceitful and evil people. That's what devil means. But a lot of them. And the hold of every foul spirit. Bunch of foul spirits out here. And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. See, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. She's talking about. See, all these nations, man, they right along with America, man. Following the same suit as they see America say you follow this, and they always with the devil, always offer you money. That's why it says they wax rich from the delicacies of being able to sell their products to America for a cheap price. And America does what? Hypes up the price 200%. So let me let you see this. So this says you keep hearing this fornication. Let's go into that. Wisdom of Solomon a little bit. The 14th chapter in the Apocrypha, verse 12. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. He's going to destroy all idols out of the earth. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father afflicted with untimely, going into spiritual fornication, because they have said that they're I am. They I am. Mashiach Yahushua said, before Abraham was, I am. It says, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he has made an image of his child soon taken away. That image of his child, talking about, this is Rodrigo Borgia, the Pope Alexander VI of Rome, made an image of his child who died before him, Caesar Borgia, right here in the Bible. Prophesied this would happen. Now honored him as a god, Caesar Borgia, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus, in process of time, an ungodly, unrighteous custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. That's why they made these images. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present. Dealing with having Caesar Borgia's picture put all over the world. That image is all over the world to appease Pope Alexander VI of Rome. So that's showing you right there. Now going back to Revelation